And we are live. What's going on, crypto warriors? And welcome back to the new show, No Name, number 3. Still don't have an idea what we're doing here, but what we do know is that we're going to silence these laptops and we're going to be talking crypto with you for the better part of the next hour and a half. We'll be jumping around some different topics. We also talked about it. Feel free to call in if you want to call in with any specific projects, or if you just want to comment and let us know about any specific projects. We know we get a lot of it during the week. This is going to end up being our membership side of the house. So we want to make it open to answer questions and kind of talk about anything in the crypto space. So have at it with that being said. I know we were talking about earlier some of the best articles or different articles of the week. Mm-hmm. One that just caught my attention was $50,000 Bitcoin. It's an ultimate bear trap, as some analysts are saying. What's your thought on that? Is this a bear trap or is this just something entirely different?
Yeah, this seems very much like a bear trap. 50,000 is definitely a great place to bear trap because it seems like a psychological price where people would sell. However, I think what they're missing is the momentum is pushing us towards 100,000. That's almost guaranteed. So if you think of 50,000, that's the end. It's like as a bear, it's like I'm gonna stack up these shorts right here, 50, 51, 52, and then boom, bust through the 54, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna cover it. And if it goes past 60, I don't think it will. That's when you start playing the bear trap game, and that's when we see a cascade of shorts get blasted, and we see a whole bunch of liquidations via FTX or whoever. So most of the time, anybody who is in the market, bear traps usually occur at a time where the sentiment goes down, but nothing has changed. Like there's a lot of sentiment that's going down in the middle of a bull market. The price has been down, 3%? And all of a sudden people are like, well, it may go back down to 38. It may.
I hope so.
We're talking about long-term. So yes, every single bear that has a bearish chart will be sad at some point. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah, for sure. Satoshi Slim, what's going on? Sultan Shakir, Level 99, Slacker, 88, BK Boring, Best I Raise, Litmo Crypto, Khalifa, Slamp, Last Square. What's going on? Owlet, Eric Horton, who else we have? Dana Dane, what's going on? Said they were asking why you got on the glasses, and Dana Dane said you getting ready for a Ray Charles play. LOL.
Nah, my eye is garbage right now. I don't know what's going on. So if you see me wiping it, there's something going on. But yeah, that's why.
Leon Jackson, happy Friday to you. Mr. Too Real, bear trap from margin traders laughing. Dallas Prince, my wife don't want me to invest in Bitcoin with a question mark. I don't know. Alec G said leave her. Hilarious.
Maybe you take control of your household.
Too funny. All right. Dylan Darcherville, what's going on? Lawrence Sanders, Junior Mount, PF, Addie A, Rondo, Bon Fetus, hello, everybody, and welcome. So yeah, what's going on in the crypto space? I don't know. One thing I want to look at. You know what? I'm not even on my Google. I can pull up my Chrome as well, because I do have my Light MetaMask. I do have my Light MetaMask wallet hooked up to my Chrome, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just take a peek into like the Metaverse right now, or I don't know. I was about to do some random crypto currencies and see what happens. I don't know what's going on in the market.
Well, what I would say is this week, one of the biggest things in the market that I saw, and this was actually very recent. Senator Cynthia Lummis, one of the best things about her stance is that she is pro-Bitcoin. She's in the Senate, and she actually has a big voice in other topics as well. She purchased $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, and she actually came out and said, or she said it all along, that Bitcoin needs to be implemented, blockchain technology is good, and that their state, Wyoming, is actually pretty receptive to it. So that was a great news story for me this week. I think it's the most by any sitting Congress member ever. And I'm sure that'll be eclipsed by somebody else, maybe Ron Paul, maybe Rand Paul, we don't know. But shout out to Cynthia Lummis. She's continued pushing the fight. That was a great story for this week.
They said the purchase was disclosed outside of the 45-day reporting deadline. It's kind of interesting. You said they're trying to get after her already. Mm-hmm. But the fouling error was her. Like, wait, I got to tell them about my Bitcoin? Yeah, exactly. That's what we're trying to say, Cynthia. Thank you, Senator Lummis, for standing up and standing strong. Mm-hmm. I guess she's now a shadowy coder. She said she previously told CNBC that she made her first Bitcoin purchase in 2013 for $330 per token. And she owned 5 Bitcoins at the end of June. So she's in it to win it.
Oh, yeah.
She is definitely in it to win. That's pretty cool. Cynthia Lummis, shout out to Senator Lummis. You know, that's a good nomination for a possible crypto godmother. We're not even gonna go to mother moms anymore. We gotta go godmother, godfather, and all that good stuff. You play uncle. After they prove themselves, then we can elevate their status in the community.
Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, who called herself crypto mom? Hester Pierce.
Yeah.
Where has she been? So we got to take that away. There might be Cynthia Loomis right there. Crypto godmother. I'm very crypto godmother.
Coin Bulls, what's going on? Von Peter said, my wife was hesitant but saw the light. We Bitcoin family now. There we go. Natty Stoic said, you got pink eye, my boy. Can't social distance with a lap dance.
I already got it checked. It's not that. It's actually something live in there trying to get it out. It's getting a lot better. It's just not all the way where it should be. So
we actually said that one time about that was a story I was telling him. I was like, hey, you mess around with these dancers, man. You forget to wash your hands, you wake up in the morning. I mean, these are pre-COVID times. Things you don't think about. You scratch that eye.
Hey man,
you down for the next 24 hours.
Hey, all I'm saying is if we was in Atlanta, Miami, it might have been a chance. Houston, maybe. LA strip clubs are garbage. You never catch me in there. So I definitely wasn't in there.
All right. Sultan Shakira said, drink that fresh juice carrots.
Carrot juice. All right.
Let's see. Level 99 Slacker says, Bloomberg breaking news about the Biden admin weighing an executive order for the Treasury Department, Commerce Department, and the National Science Foundation to study crypto. I mean, it's happening. It's definitely happening.
Oh man, tell me about it. Let's see. PFC Will says, I don't believe her story. She's pro gang. Could this be a play for her to? Because my biggest thing is if it has to bow down to somebody at some point, at the very least, she still has Bitcoin. So she could be on that, and she might flip. I don't trust any of them completely. You are right, Trek, to feel that way as far as being skeptical, because I'm skeptical of every Congress member, lawmaker ever, as we should be. That's what this country was built on. But again, if she holds Bitcoin, I mean, at that point, what more does she have to do? I mean, she won't push back against it because she owns it. If she sells it at some point, or if she kind of turns, we'll address that as well. But hopefully she doesn't. If she keeps on going, then shout out to Cynthia Loomis. But again, you're right. Always question the lawmakers because this could be a play for something bigger.
For sure. Let's see. Post-chain Poppy is saying post-chain snapshot happening at any time now. Very interesting to see what's going to happen with that in the project, for sure. Less Square, what do we think about Algorand, as it is very similar to Solana? What are your thoughts on Algorand? Let me look this up.
Yeah, so Algorand is not a project that I've explored completely. Even though people have mentioned it, one of the
Amazon rumor, whatever happened.
Exactly. One of the things I don't like is people giving me news about stuff that they partner with somebody or that they join some big organization. It's like, all right, calm down. What can your project actually do? So we can look at it
here. Make friends.
Exactly. If you can build community and y'all are friends, cool. But other than that, I need more to it. But looks, let's see. Self-sustaining, decentralized, blockchain-based network that supports a wide range of applications. These systems are secure, scalable, and efficient. So it is a blockchain-based network. Is a smart contract platform. Need to find out more about that. Also, as far as it being like Solana, I've said before that Solana just hit an all-time high. I've said before.
No, Algorand as well.
Algorand as well. Any project that is competition to Ethereum is going to perform well. I've been saying that. So from that standpoint, absolutely. Again, you can just a shot in the dark. I promise you, every smart contract platform is going to have a little bit of growth because the Ethereum market cap, believe it or not, is becoming too expensive for some people. You know how Bitcoin, they're like, oh, it's 54,000. It's too expensive. Some people are saying that about Ethereum. They're like, well, 3,000, 4,000 is a little too much. I'd rather spend $1.88, or I'd rather buy Cardano at $2.55 or whatever it's at. So wouldn't be surprised to see that. And of course, again, as far as a long-term project, need to see more. How long has this project been around?
2019, I believe.
2019. So we got 2 years. Of course, they're touting the 1 million transactions per day, which again, you can have very fast transactions. Nobody's using it that much. And of course, if they have superior technology as far as speed, they usually gave up some security on the layer 1, bottom layer. So just want to make sure you check that. And the guy who created it, Silvio Macaulay, professor of computer science at MIT, and the founder. He's a recipient of the Turing Award, so smart guy. And I hate this where they put this idea. This makes him one of the foremost creators of crypto in the world. Like, calm down, bro. You created a cryptocurrency, you pushed it out there. We'll see what happens with it. We've seen them come and go. Smart, dumb, in the middle. It doesn't matter. So I kind of hate when they throw that out there, like, oh, we have researchers from MIT and from blah blah blah. They don't understand it. You already seen most people don't understand this market. So that doesn't actually push it up for me. That's kind of no go. And then here, what makes Algorand unique? Invented the speed of transactions, improve efficiency in response to the slow transaction times of Bitcoin and other blocks. See, you lost me right there. First sentence. Every time you try to market your coin by saying it's faster than Bitcoin, you automatically lost because you don't mention the second part of it. You never say, I mean, again, here, it is a permissionless proof of stake blockchain protocol. There is no proof of stake protocol that can compete with Bitcoin from a money standpoint, but we'll see what it does with smart contracts. And with proof of stake, you have the risk of centralization. Did this coin have a pre-mine? Do you know?
No, I'm not sure about that. What I am looking up is, if somebody knows the end thread for it on Bitcoin forum, let me know. The one I see is only 3 pages long. So I'm assuming and hoping this is not the primary one, because that would be disconcerting if it was. But I mean, even on here, I'll just kind of share the Bitcoin thread for those not familiar with it. I like to go to these to see what the underground is saying, at least the OG underground spots. I'm assuming there was one. I'll go look for it, but if someone starts off feels like this topic is needed, so what do you say? That means it wasn't a thread already. So I'm not finding a thread, but somebody knows what's that, let me know. But again, I like to go to the most updated one. So I just go to page 3 and just kind of see the talk. And yeah, one guy or girl, depending on who this is, man or woman or whatever, at the bottom said, Algo has this weird potential to be huge if it goes well, but it's also just a potential. Not every single potential is fulfilled either. I have seen other projects before that ended up being nothing in the end, as well as projects that end up being high. I, for one, always said that Cardano was a great project because they coded something on it every single day for the longest period. Don't know if that's true. No other project has the amount of GitHub streak that Cardano had. They low-key trying to shield at Cardano. Let me see. This is the same thing. Algo definitely has this amazing potential and can be top 5 very easily. I mean, so yeah, when you're looking at from an investment or trading point of view, I also agree with that. If it is a Ethereum competitor, it's only $2 now. Yeah, a mass rush to it could definitely pump it up to $4. The next thing you know, it's bumping to number 6 or something. But as far as value and long term, and will it outpace Bitcoin? Because again, I think people forget on this channel. And again, Fridays, these will be times we talk more altcoins, but we're still always going to try to lead you back to Bitcoin. So it's one of those things where when these things take off, as we just saw many altcoins take off, they just took off after Bitcoin went from 40 to 54,000. Then the altcoins just pumped. So it wasn't like it happened before it untethered it. So it kind of goes back to that saying, are you better off just having a piece of Bitcoin, or is it better to go after these things and play the casino? So something to definitely think about. I thought I was still sharing the screen.
All good, but yeah. So yeah, that's a few things you want to look at when you do research. That's just us doing it quickly here with Algorand. But again, all I will say is for a lot of these projects, if they start off talking about how they're better than Bitcoin, at some point they're going to realize, I mean, the people with it are going to realize it's not, and then they move on. I've seen this exact sentence, I don't know, 100 times, and most of those projects are gone. So just be careful of that. And then also, I don't like this last sentence here where it says, the Algorand blockchain is a permissionless, pure proof of stake blockchain protocol, right? Unlike proof of work, where the root block must be validated by randomly selected validators, decentralization. In the pure proof of stake approach, all the validators are known to one another and only have to agree on the next block in order to create a new block. All I'm gonna say is that sounds like centralization to me. It sounds like a company who is going to determine whether or not these transactions happen. So when we talk about tokenomics, the actual root of the project, fundamentally, I don't like it right now, but again, it could change based on, I mean, it probably won't because it's proof of stake, but just honestly, as far as making money, it's a competitor to Ethereum. That's why in the Masterclass, we did cryptocurrency sectors, because those are the sectors that will win. Pretty much, you can close your eyes, throw a dart, and you'll win as far as price increase, but you'll miss out on Bitcoin's price increase as well.
So Level 99 Slacker said Planet Watch is partnering with Algorand. So I don't know who Planet Watch is, so I'm doing a search right now. But is this Planet Watch air quality affects your health? So my only thing is, okay, yeah, I do see this partnership. My only thing was when it comes to this Planet Watch thing, it's just off of first looks. Let me just bring this up momentarily. Let me share this screen, share my Google Chrome screen. So Planet Watch, I never heard of it. Not saying, of course, it's not big. I've heard of everything out there. And you can see this Algorand. They are definitely, happy to be partners with them. But this is environment initiative. I don't see the play as far as why that would make Algorand become more valuable. Maybe it will be a proof of concept as far as, hey, you can actually use it. This is how they use it. But we kind of talked about this on the show as well earlier. It's like nobody really cares about the government, or excuse me, not the government, about the environment.
Yeah.
And you said earlier that's being shown in the government when you keep hearing about these oil spills. California just had another, I guess, possibly a ship anchored off the coast that may have hit an oil pipeline. That's the rumor mill right now, but an oil spill just happened. So they keep happening too. So when it comes to environment, I don't think that's going to be the impetus to say this is why everybody needs to get Algorand and the price will go crazy. So, I mean, good partnership, I guess, but I don't know.
What about if they're working with El Salvador government? Do you think that will push the price? I mean, I think that news alone will push the price, but again, crypto's irrational. That could mean something or it could mean nothing. It could say, hey, we're working with El Salvador for them to use our technology. It has nothing to do with coin. So that could happen. We've seen that before as well. So hopefully, if Algorand does join with them, it is substantial because at the price Algorand is now, you can really load up at $2. I mean, and say it goes to 30, 40. I won't say it won't, but we'll see exactly where it goes from here.
What's going on? Kim Booker said, hey, BBB in the house. What's going on? Satoshi Slim said, did I get to watch that Chappelle today? No, that's on the list to do tonight. So I'm going to be watching that later.
Oh, yeah, I did. I ain't going to give it away, though.
All right. I didn't watch it later. Coin Bull said, like Solana has more utility. Let's see. Funky Fresh 707 said, federated side change on the XRP ledger are unlocking new capabilities related to smart contracts and DeFi, interoperability, NFTs, and more.
Man, who gives a shit? It's XRP.
Oh, man. You're not messing with it?
It's XRP. I'm not touching that blockchain.
So Khalifa Wright, speaking of XRP, said it looks like the XRP case is coming to a close. I don't know if it's coming to a close, but yes, it does look like the SEC is stalling out. I would agree. But if they pay that fine, do you think there's a nice opportunity for a nice little bag? Yes. If they beat the SEC, listen, there's people in the crypto industry that are buying all sorts of new NFTs that are getting rug pulled, right? We're in a DeFi space playing around different things, like, getting burned here and there, exit scams. Like, we're learning lessons and taking notes, right? Yeah. Like, money's going in every direction. So do I think people after XRP, if they beat the SEC, will people just throw money off it just off the strength? Like, I almost would just off the strength of beating them. Like, hey, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Give you a little tip for the next 6 months, but I'll pull this thing right back out. But you know what I mean? Like, get you a little jump start just off the strength of what you did. Because again, if they lose this, it is not going to be good for the cryptocurrency industry as well. So it's not like, as much as we don't like XRP, or it's not even that we don't like it, we just are saying it's no use case. It's been a main thing, which people are not understanding. Like, if the government and banks, which they will, create CBDCs and Fed coins and all this stuff, I get it. You all keep saying everything else XRP can do, but I'm telling you, they are going to choke it to death. That's what they're really doing right now. They're not even really putting hands on you. This is a temperature check. They just want to see if you can fight. You're going to stand up for yourself.
It's a little slap box.
Hey, they see Ripple. All right, y'all going to stand up for yourselves. All right, cool. We'll come back around with the homies. We're going to see how you fare next time. Like, this is just a temperature check right now. It's not anything even serious. They literally just tried to extort them for some money. So wait until we actually have a Fed coin or a CBC coin or a Miami coin or a New York. Can you imagine a New York coin? What do you think is going to be in charge of New York coin? Do you, realistically, do you think it's going to be a land of optimism and democracy and freedom and everything's fair, and the people of New York are going to come up with this coin for their great state and their city, New York City, and everybody's going to use it? No. The bankers are going to be like, fine, you know what? The war has been won. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency won. We're going to have a stable coin or a New York coin that's going to be ran by JP Morgan, that's going to be ran by Wells Fargo, that's going to be ran by Wall Street, and some of their regulator play buddies or whatever, butt buddies, I don't know what they call them, each other. But it's going to be ran by a small group of people that essentially already runs New York. So I don't think that transition of power is going to happen, which is why it's important to have this transfer of value that we keep talking about, because the transfer of power definitely won't happen. And then once that's there, again, Bitcoin won't matter. That's why they keep putting Bitcoin separate. You can have your New York coin. Bitcoin can still run parallel to it. It's XRP that won't be able to run parallel to it. They're gonna be like, oh, we can't control Bitcoin, all right. But this XRP thing, they got a company? Like they got a company. I know it's not a part of the project, so you say, but if you cripple the company, you can definitely cripple that project, to be realistic. So
I got a quick question though. XRP is supposedly for banks. Why do they need NFTs? Are you gonna make bank NFTs? What does that do? I guess the DeFi part is hilarious because if you're an actual cryptocurrency, you should be decentralized already. So the DeFi aspect of it, we should see if it will go along with it, but I don't know. I just don't see it myself. But somebody asked, after the case, how much would the price be? I wouldn't be surprised to see XRP jump to $5.
I was thinking 4 to 5. I'm 4 to 5.
SEC drops the case or they win. It goes to $5. Everybody gets rich, and then we see it, 80% bear market after that. Who knows? But at that point, it'll just be FOMO of the people that couldn't buy it, and of course the people that hold it just waiting on the pump. So very, very possible. Just from a fundamental level, know what you're buying, because again, if the SEC comes out tomorrow, wins the case, XRP is pretty much dead, and I don't want to see that because I don't want anybody to go down because of the SEC. But if that happens, the XRP may.
We know some communities out there that want it. We know some communities. Yeah. Well, I tell you, it's crazy out here. Mm-hmm. I got to add them to the list of the 6 people that call on the government phone numbers. Yeah. Let's see. PF said, I say you can rock with the altcoins, but make sure your portfolio revolves around Bitcoin. Exactly. Like these altcoin talks we do, people like, if you're not trading or if you're not in altcoins, but you just been on the fence, yeah, they should excite you as far as learning about it and just being in the know. But it's nothing rash. Like make sure you got your Bitcoin portfolio stacked up the way you want it to, and then go to the altcoin casino. And that's what again, Fridays are for, because again, you can't let's not get twisted. You can make some good money and do good things in the altcoin market. The only issue is which we have is that people get confused with making a quick buck or possibly making a quick buck, actually usually losing it when it's coming to pacing Bitcoin. But people get confused with making money and having a good trade or whatever with it being valuable. And then they conflate that with, it's more valuable than Bitcoin. It's like, you just went from there. You just literally went from 0 to 100. Like the project, like when you said the other day, the 1 quadrillion, whatever.
Oh, yeah, 1 quadrillion tokens.
Like for it to get to $1, then that means it will literally be bigger than what so many different market caps out there. So yeah.
It'd be bigger than the market cap of the world if it got to $1. If Shiba got to $1, it's 1 quadrillion. We don't have $1 quadrillion in circulation. Right now we have like 800 trillion. So yeah, again, you just got to do some simple math and you can get that pie in the sky out your mind.
So Fantom is $2.19, up 11.48%. I actually have heard a lot about Fantom this past year. So total supply is going to be, is that 2,540, I can't tell, 2,545,006,273. I had to steal that off you. All right, yeah, so let me take a peek at this. Definitely at his all-time high right now. I just saw Alex G says it's a solid project, but Alex likes it. It's definitely a solid project. Came out in the bear market, 2018, 2019. You know what I will say is I like the chart as far as it grew to its all-time high. It just hasn't had peaks and valleys, or it just didn't shoot up, come back, go flatline and shoot up again. It's actually been building up. This looks like a psychological trading chart actually right here if you just look at it, folks. The question is this the all-time high? We'll stick up there. But Fantom, what is Fantom? Is a directed acrylic graph smart contract platform providing decentralized services to developers using its own bespoke consensus algorithm. Together with its in-house token, FTM, aims to solve problems associated with smart contract platforms, specifically transaction speed, which developers say reduced to 2 seconds.
Well, we heard that before.
And here's the issue with it already.
Every other smart contract protocol. That's why I went from 2 cents to $2.
Right.
Like we said before, every single one's going to win in this market.
But also, what I will say is it's purely speculative too, because this is what I don't like, which developers say they have reduced to under 2 seconds. Yes, but how many smart contracts are out there? What's the value? Like to me, and this one might be one of the self-regulatory things we have to do for ourselves. We shouldn't talk transaction speed. Which if you talk speed, you have to talk volume in the same sentence. And within that same sentence, speak of the source of the volume. Like, is it internal volume or is this external volume? It could be that simple. It literally could be that simple. Is it external volume from 5 nodes or fewer that are within your company. Like, I hate to have to be the specific, but you got to play this game with them. Like, you like, is this from random people you didn't know about, or is this from people you hired to test? Like, what's the deal here? So again, like you said, Ethereum competitor went from pennies on dollar to $2. Literally, I'm glad you mentioned that because it's the same as what was the last one we just looked at? Algorand. Algorand. Like, it has the same chart, same price point. Let me pull up Algorand one more time. It looked pretty much the same. So I think that was the Algorand. Was this the Algorand chart I had up?
Yeah. From before, yeah. Algo.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I guess all of them are going to kind of be looking the same right there. Let me see. Yeah. Algorand, $1.87. Let's look at this chart real quick. All time. Yeah, I mean, it's pumping the same way. I saw somebody mention Telos. We actually talked about Telos before. I can't remember, it was a minute ago. I can't remember who out there too is a big fan of them. But of course, I like going to supply. I mean, right now it looks like the circulating supply is at 270 million, with the total supply, which will be at 355 million. Let's see. I first want to see is all-time high. So people, you see in the trend here, they're all at the all-time high, but Bitcoin is damn near retesting this all-time high right now. So this is what we mean. Like, all these projects, while they claim to be different, the charts are all telling the same story. They're all doing this when Bitcoin is doing this. They're not doing this at a different time, nor do they have any headline or other reason to really pump outside of the speculative nature. So we're saying all that because even if you're making money in these pumps, if you're going to go buy Bitcoin with it, you're losing Bitcoin. So the chart's not lying right now. I just want to point that out. But again, fast and scalable blockchain focused on real world use and adoption. Telos is built for speed and scalability, making it the ideal network for mainstream adoption. The NFTs and smart contracts are already used for DeFi, gaming, social media apps, and so much more. Telos home to over 100 distinct applications, including some of the ones listed here. These applications enjoy the network speed. Here we go, 0.5 seconds block times and scale 10,000 plus transactions per second, but also the robust on-chain services that Telos provides for voting, sentiment, decentralized file storage, location, and much more. So again, the biggest thing with all of this is how will it work when volume hits it? Again, if it works, cool. Nothing against any of these projects, but I mean, again, you're seeing the trend. The upcoming Telos EVM currently on testnet will be the most performant and most affordable Ethereum virtual machine available. When it arrives, Telos will be the only blockchain, and then here we go, the only blockchain to support the two leading standards, EVM and EOSIO, for smart contract development. Smart contract development, these technologies together make up the majority of the top dApps on popular tracking websites such as DappRadar. Here's what you also got to realize. If right now Bitcoin were to just dip 20 to 30%, how deep would your altcoin project dip? When I read projects like that, I think it would like literally 40%, 30, 40, 50% type of deal as soon as Bitcoin really dipped. But, or Ethereum. This is one of those things. A lot of these projects, you have to remember, it could be an alternate effect as far as we keep saying if Ethereum gets better, Ethereum messes up, these projects will go up in price. It could be the opposite. If Ethereum really bumbles somewhere or have a blunder somewhere, these other projects or the sentiment of these other projects could be like, well, shit, if Ethereum couldn't do with everything and everyone they had back then, how do I have confidence in this smaller project doing it? So that might be something to think about as well. Thank you for the tip. BK Born, best I raised. So I appreciate you, man. Let me put Blocktopia block on your radar. Blockchain built on the Polygon Matic network. Useful token in this metaverse movement. 100x maybe. Finish your breakfast, people. Okay, Blocktopia, block token.
Yeah, I will say shout out to Matic. I have heard of that. I haven't heard of Block, but if it's built on top of Matic, I've heard of Matic as a layer 2 solution to make Ethereum transactions faster in the metaverse. So yes, this could be a useful token. And 100x, who knows? We have to take a look at it. Yeah, I mean, we have to take a look at it at a penny. And of course, we're talking about long term. If you talk about long term outside of Bitcoin, I think the thing that's going to last the longest term in this is the metaverse. because you have gaming, you have the NFTs part of it, you have all of these different things being built in the metaverse. I mean, you have museums, you have, I'm not going to name his name, but there's an NBA player building a NBA Hall of Fame museum in the metaverse as we speak. You'll see it one day in the future. There's people building, different events. There's artists who are now going to have listening sessions in the metaverse. There's a bunch of people who are lazy. They're going to sit at home in the metaverse. That's one of the things, it's not going anywhere. And on top of that, digital real estate is actually better than physical real estate. Easier barrier to entry. Not much to do as far as middlemen. You may have to pay somebody to design it. You may have to, do some things as far as getting some of the furniture things set up in there, but that's about it. And on top of that, all the paperwork, the lawyers, the bank, you don't have to go through any of that. You buy the place, you put what you want in it, you invite people to come, you give them the coordinates, and that's it. So digital real estate, as far as owning it, is better too. So I think Metaverse is definitely long-term if you're thinking about it. So Matic and Block could be a good possibility. I definitely want to check out the tokenomics on that and the team, how much they've developed.
So it looked like Blocktopia is already here. So a decentralized metaverse. Oh, is Blocktopia going to be the metaverse itself? That's what I'm thinking. Oh, wow.
It's like Mana, like Decentraland.
Yeah, no, I thought it was going to be in Decentraland. I thought, because I'm reading about it, I thought it was going to be a building in Decentraland. They're saying they're going to be their own. My only question is it here already? Is it here? I couldn't tell right now. See, staking NFTs, a decentralized metaverse built and backed by Polygon. Blocktopia will provide as a VR experience. Long term, yeah, but it's a lot, man. It's so many technical things to conquer people. Like Facebook is trying to attack VR. And I'm not saying if they can't do it, but they're having struggles doing it. They're having struggles doing it, and they have a lot of resources. So if you're going to add VR to it, I get what you're saying. This could be one of those projects though that gets a lot of early, like it's pending now, right? It gets a lot of early on pumps from hype and media articles because it does look cool. I saw the website, it looks cool. It has this interesting flair to it and all that. But it could also be one that could like stall out as far as the development of it because it would be a little bit more technical. And then it's just that slow death, like where the price and the volume is just decreasing every day. I mean, again, what I want actual in-game footage, is this real? Let me look at the comment section. Is this already happening right now?
Yeah,
let me know.
It hasn't started to.
Okay, so it hasn't started? Yeah, I mean, Les Square, thank you for the tip. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Like I said, I love this type of stuff. I mean, I would be one of the first people, if you can go up and have me look, this is pretty cool. But as soon as I saw the VR side of it, I'm like, woo! Like, because you have to think of it this way. VR is already a small niche. The metaverse is a small niche. Then you're adding them together and adding cryptocurrencies. There's so much stuff you have to learn about Polygon, the metaverse, VR, and cryptocurrency. I don't know. Again, if it works, 100x, of course, because that type of stuff is awesome and amazing. But the biggest question is, will it work, or will they be 2 years of headlines before they just skirt on off?
Oh yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Fold App, because Fold App is actually entering the metaverse as well with a Pokemon style game where you can find Satoshis for Bitcoin. So imagine you go out into your regular, wherever you live at, and you walk down the street and there's 10 Satoshis at your mailbox. And then at the mall, there's 100 Satoshis hidden in different spots. People are going to damn near be walking into traffic trying to get Satoshis at a certain point, because again, when you get in the metaverse, just like Pokemon, people will catch a Pokemon everywhere. So I think that's another big metaverse project that, if it comes to fruition, they already have the users. So they don't have to build from scratch. That's the one thing I always tell people about these big companies. They may see this and say, oh, this is a great idea. How much? Right. Don't buy that shit from me. They're going to Amazon you, basically. So even though I do like these, what if they, basically succumb to a larger power and then they change it to where they centralize it and switch up stuff? That's the only thing I'm scared of with these projects, because it's business. So who knows what can happen from there.
And yeah, I saw a couple of good comments. Let's see. Kendra says, should I keep DCAing into Bitcoin or put into USDC into the bear market? I mean, at this point, I would just keep DCAing into Bitcoin. Like, I'm mad at myself for taking a break off, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't make because even if the bear market happens, just keep DCAing into Bitcoin. I just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Let's see. I saw a couple other ones. Someone said, I don't remember who said it, it's no use Oh, Ali Peel said, my brothers are finally listening to me and asking me how to get a Bitcoin. There we go. PFC Wheels Up Track said Planet Watch has a sizable community. But you're right, the partnership doesn't really make sense. So it's PR. I mean, what was the 8-year-old girl who got the environmentalist going? She got made her way to national TV. Like, what happened to that?
Oh yeah, where's that girl at? What was her name?
Are they still saving icebergs or something?
I don't know, man. I just don't like a 13-year-old yelling at me about environment.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitch, you ain't been alive long enough.
Oh man,
you don't even know what environment is.
Let's get this cancellation going.
Let's get it. What was her name though? I don't even remember. I do remember.
Greta. Oh yeah. I don't want to talk about 8-year-old.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
You want to get grown folks' business? All right, well, come on in here.
What I'm saying is, where your parents at? Who are your handlers? Who put you out there? That's who really gets the criticism.
They should get the slap for real.
Why are you pushing this girl like this, man?
So a couple of things. Walker Lamer said, New York coin equals Sopranos coin. That's what's up. Funky Fresh 707. Stop it. Says no use to hate with capital letters on XRP when the real enemy is the traditional fractional reserve banking system. Now that is true. The real enemy is the traditional fractional reserve banking system to a sense, but also the enemy is also not necessarily the enemy, but when people are taking away from Bitcoin and putting like high in the sky promises and not saying that they couldn't come true. Again, I was a big proponent of trading Ripple for 3 to 5 years back in 2017, 2018. I kept saying that 2017, really. I said it'll be good for 3 to 5 years. And there's no hate. It's just being realistic. Their use case was for banks. The government and banks decided they will work together and cancel out the third party. The use case is gone. I understand about the blockchain, how people like it, and they say it's fast and all this. I think Volume would say otherwise because, again, it was used for more internal measures than anything else. It wasn't used, whereas Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin, has been being used by everyone externally. Ripple had a lot of internal things going on to actually test their chain. So no hate, it's just that I don't see the use case once a Fed coin comes, or as we just said, the New York coin, which will be the Mafia coin. I just don't see the use case. And yes, I get what you're saying. XRP ledger ecosystem. Ripple can crumble and burn to the ground. XRP ledger ecosystem, it won't affect it. I kind of disagree with that too. If they arrest people at Ripple, I think it will affect the ecosystem because a lot of those people are still really hands-on with that ecosystem, and the success of that ecosystem in this early stage does depend on some of those people. So I would say I would kind of disagree with that one. I don't know, but I mean, hey, again, no hate. If I wanted to win the SEC case for sure, and if it can continue to be, I mean, that would be better than a Fed coin. I'd rather have another cryptocurrency be the coin of choice because you still got to go through Bitcoin at some point. So it's a good thing. I'm not mad at that at all. Let's see. Horace Valentine Leslie Jr. said GameStop is bringing NFT platform to layer 2 loop ring protocol official announcement in Q4. Hey, listen, I hope you're right because I tell you what, I had to get out of loop ring. I tell you guys all the time, some of these projects, it's a tradable project, not a holdable one. Loop ring, listen, I held on to it for a little minute. That thing was going in the wrong direction for too long. The resources could have been allocated elsewhere and they were. So shout out to Loop Ring if it happens though. But here's the other thing when it comes to a lot of this layer 2 stuff, which we're forgetting. If Ethereum tightens up and get their act together, a lot of this layer 2 stuff won't be necessary, A, and then B, there will come to a point to like the main 2 or 3 layer 2. So Loop Ring, of course, still in this space. It has a great community around it. But I don't know. It kind of, when Bitcoin slowed down, to me, things like Loop Ring should not have slowed down. And things like it didn't actually. You look at Matic, which we talked about, Polygon Network, like these things didn't slow down. They were holding their own. When I saw Loop Ring slow down, I was like, that means there's a problem with volume. As we keep saying, there's a problem with the developer's productivity on it. Like there's a problem somewhere because if it's supposed to be untethered, it's supposed to be a layer 2 solution, and people are still using Ethereum network, why is it suffering such a great loss at the time? So I don't know. That was my thoughts on it. Let's see. Saber Sabes. When I timed the exact top for Bitcoin in early January, should I swap for fiat to take some profit? I mean, if that's what it is, then for sure, go ahead and buy that crib or that car, whatever you want. Like I said, people like after it's pay off debt, buy the house, the dream car. And then other than that, just like keep buying more Bitcoin and get another job to pay for everything else you want in life. And you good money.
Yeah. Just wait another 3 or 4 years.
Right.
Again.
Level 99 Slacker said copy paste. A lot of these L1s, layer 1s sound the same. Exactly. That's when we're showing you the charts. Like, if you look at the charts are reading the same. It's crazy. All right, Funky Fresh. Feel free to call in for the Ripple. If you want to talk XRP, feel free to call in. You know it. Give the internet what they want tonight.
Well, XRP got a hold on people, boy. They hold on to that forever.
It's all right. I haven't seen the XRP army around. So
yeah,
hey, shout out to Funky Fresh for holding it down. He was like, hey, we ain't gonna have this slander around these parts.
Hey man, SEC showed up, Tiffany Hayden left. Boy, Ripple went down real quick.
Man. Janine Weedmer said, thanks for going over Telos. Oh yeah, for sure. Lift Hunt Game, what's going on? Oh, we just got some brews right now, some brewski wooskies, nothing serious. This is more sleepy than anything. It's been a long week, got a lot going on. Of course, tomorrow we're going to have, I need to pull up the Twitter right now to get that prep. Tomorrow we are going to be having the Masterclass Q&A at 3 p.m. Pacific. So for those who purchased the Masterclass, hope to see you there. Again, we will be sending that out in the morning. I'm actually about to tweet it right now. Let's see, what else is going on in the market in the comment section as well. Let's see.
Oh yeah, so right now, a couple of the questions that I'm seeing, I've seen it twice. One was about Robinhood, with them moving Bitcoin off of Robinhood to self-custody. That would be great if it happens. And then the second one was thoughts on Shiba possibly getting listed on Robinhood. Look here, people. Look here, people.
They'll go to 4,000 sats and then dip.
If you go on Robinhood, you deserve whatever happens to you if you start trading Shiba. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Because once they get them trading engines going, they can shut it down at any point. You won't be able to sell it. You won't be able to get out of your position. And I can guarantee you, Shiba, just because it jumped, again, I explained this morning, just because it jumped 65% when Elon Musk tweeted, doesn't mean that it's going to continue to do that. Simply because I keep telling people there's bots that control the market. Social media, social sentiment. Those bots can see it, they can scan the internet, and they can make trades based off of that. Elon Musk tweets it, boom, they automatically start buying. Push it up 20, 30%. People see that, they join in on the party, you hit 60, 70. That's what they just did yesterday. Not very hard to see, but if you get on the Robinhood and you trade Shiba, you deserve everything you get on Robinhood. But again, do what you want. That's the freedom of the market, but you already know how we feel about Robinhood. That is not real crypto.
And somebody actually mentioned today, it was some millionaire actually, and I don't know how true this was. I was looking at the charts. I did see some volume go up around the time, but they said like on October 1st or something, somebody put $43 million in the Shiba project. I don't know who, I mean, actually I do know. It was a smart hedge fund person who was like, yo, you want me to show you how to turn 43 into 72 and dump on a bunch of money? Like, because that's what really just happened. If that were the case and it spiked up and then retail or bots even so jumped on it afterwards, whoever put that 43 million, I mean, I would assume they dip out unless they plan to be there, but I don't know. Let's see. Coin Bull say, I see you guys, boy, Jams on the show today. Mentioned Sandbox Sand today. Okay, yeah, he mentioned it. Let's see. Les Square said, thanks for taking time out for your community to grow and learn. You guys are the epitome of playing it forward. You already know. We love to talk crypto, so it's all good. Let's see. You furrows are us up, dude. Oh, we got the weird hex people back.
Oh,
so here's the crazy thing. They keep saying fake. Have you ever called yourself a guru? No, I don't think I've ever called myself a guru.
I don't think I've ever.
For one of you guys who say guru are showing your age over there. Like, no one said, who says guru?
I would never describe myself as a guru.
I'm a guru, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a guru.
Yeah. You're a weirdo. That's what you are.
Yeah. I love how the same, it's only like, so I'm not even going to go after the entire Hexacan community, Hex community. Richard, appreciate him. He came in, did a good job with the interview. I appreciate him answering those questions. But it's literally 8 or 9 Hex people who are like truly weirdos. I mean, and none of the same 8 or 9, they never call in either. I just want to see one of them live because Hex Machine, feel free to hear it. Like, go ahead.
I mean, most of y'all are cool, but there's a few.
It's just 8.
It's like 8.
Weird. It's 8 to 11.
Y'all got a couple weird ones.
It's 11 max.
Every community does. Just acknowledge it, and we can move on. Like I said, everybody in your family is not on the same wavelength. You got some weirdos in there. So even with the Hex skins, you're gonna have something that come out the woodwork.
Listen, here the other one. Why are you getting triggered, bro? This was hilarious. So this is where we're at in our society, people. And this was funny. The internet people, the trolls, they think if you respond, you're triggered. I'm respect you. Listen, if we're talking crypto, and we're on subject, it's not like you guys are talking about basketball. We talking about some random ass subject. Of course I wouldn't like, but we're talking crypto, then of course, like we'll acknowledge something, whatever. You want to have the discussion, in hopes, because here's the thing, Kevin Samuels with True Story, we hope to have discussions in good faith, because the point of all this is to learn about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. But you weirdos, and he even said it, he said I'm a total weirdo. He is.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, we know you're weirdo. And that's what's actually funny, is that no, we can never be triggered by anything on the internet. Like, man, I wish I could say some things, but I'm not going to say it. But it's just like, if you ever want to be at a conference and talk, I can tell you there are things like death triggers me in real life. So if you could have, if I woke up as a head at the end of my bed, or like a horse head or some shit, like was the movie Godfather, whatever, that triggers me. Internet commenter, stop it. Like, you guys are interesting. Like, this is good for the internet. That's what we keep saying. Call in, be weird for the world. It'll be good for the internet. Soon Kotler said, what's good, brothers? Did you check out what Spell does? Even if you don't buy it, make sure you use the service. Maker is going down. Gotcha. Okay, keep talking about Spell crypto. I'll look at it again. I know we had took a peek of it earlier. Yeah, I need to do a deep dive. I'll do a deep dive this weekend, because you all have mentioned it like 2 or 3 times. So I will say, whenever I hear things like 2 or 3 times, I like to actually take a peek at it and see what's going on. Let's see, it's still 1 cent, a little bit over 1 cent. So whatever it is, oof, but that number, oh my goodness, that 59.23 billion self-circulating supply is a crazy amount. And it's at its all-time high. We'll see what happens with it though. We'll pay attention to it. We'll take a peek for sure. All right, what else we have going on in the comment section? Coin Bulls, I actually agree with you too though. Coin Bulls said normal people scare me. What we qualify as normal now scares me. I would say that what we qualify as normal scares me now. Normal people in 90s, normal people don't scare me. Everybody after 2013, 2014 starts getting a little hazy though.
Yeah, what seems normal is not normal to old people.
Let's see. Marcus Walter said, here's a project that's attached to Bitcoin. It's called eCash, XEC. It will be using the Satoshis of Bitcoin for transactions and payment. Now there we are. Let's take a peek at this. That's my language. You know what to say to me. There we go. XEC. Let's take a peek. Built on a blockchain. I'm just going to put it to our specs. It's an XEC token.
XEC. eCash, XEC.
There it goes. eCash. All right, we'll take a peek at that real quick. Look at some more comments. Let's see.
E.cash.
Cartelian said everybody's family has some weirdos. Y'all hang out with them either. Like, fuck. You want to know the truth? There we go. Okay, we've identified the 2 or 3 weirdos from that crew now. There we go. I'm glad too. I'm glad you guys.
Hold on. This can't be right. eCash has 21 trillion tokens.
You done told us to look up some trash. No, this is Bitcoin Cash ABC. It says, oh, y'all done got it.
Look at this bullshit.
Well, get the red thing up top too.
Bitcoin Cash ABC has rebranded.
You all just hit us with the okie doke. There we go. Free promotion. Here it is. Free promotion. See what you talking about is built on the Bitcoin blockchain. It's not built on the Bitcoin. It's a fork of it. Oh, here we go.
They use Satoshis. No, they don't.
They got somebody calling in.
ABC.
Who's Gregory? What's going on, Gregory Loper? I think I'm saying that right. If I'm saying it wrong, feel free to correct me. Let's see. They said making their eye worse by rubbing it.
Yeah, so, but hey, man, I think it's these glasses, but I gotta keep the glasses on, so it's like a.
Gregory, what's going on? You're muted right now.
Yo, brothers, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I was watching y'all on YouTube. I thought it was something different. I jumped on here. I just wanted to say, yo, y'all, I love what y'all doing. Keep doing it. Thank you.
Hey, much appreciated. All right, now take care.
No doubt. No doubt. Thank you.
Oh, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sultan Shakir, thank you for the tip. Said, give us a 50% coupon code for those of us that sign up for the Masterclass in the next hour. I don't know about a 50, but if you're saying 15, why not? Here's a 15% discount for those who are on live for the Masterclass right now, if you're interested in purchasing it.
So, yeah, go grab that Masterclass. for your dumb ass. No.
And it's like, oh, those sales just went down. No, seriously, it's a fun thing to do this weekend, get you started in it. And as we always say, you want to jump in this masterclass before this market heats up for sure. So BWR is the coupon code. Let's see, for 15% off. And of course, we appreciate that support. Let's see, Hassan Kotlich said they allow you to take out loans against yield-bearing assets. So loan pays itself. The site is abracadabra money. I'm gonna check it out, but that's a scary ass name in this market to keep it real. I'm gonna check it out. All right. Oh, we got people in the waiting room. Who we got? We got Pianki. Let's get Pianki. Then we're gonna have Alec come in, of course. Let's see. Pianki, if I'm saying that wrong, please correct me. I appreciate it. We appreciate that support. Let's see. You gotta turn off the YouTube in the background. Loans against yield-bearing assets. So loan pays itself. The site is average. All right. I don't know how to control it. Yankee, I'm gonna mute you till you figure this out.
People just jumping on the live don't realize it. I think I accidentally clicking on the thing at the top. But it's not the Masterclass link.
Is that mine or is that his? I thought I muted him. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct. Hey, Pianki, can you hear us?
Can you hear me, King Bless?
There we go. What's going on? Hey, you got a camera? You gotta turn off the YouTube in the background. Pianki. All right, we're gonna figure this out in a moment. Let's see how to do this. Allow participants. Nah. We get Alec G in here. Alec G, of course, is our in-house moderator. He's about to fix everything up. Alec G, let me know when you can hear us. Alec G, let's see. See if we can get Pianki to say anything here. Pianki, you can unmute yourself. Let's see if we can hear him. All right, really quick. Let's see. Christian Neosi, thank you. 5 days left in that Crypto Vantage giveaway.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you turn on the YouTube in the background? Our in-house moderator, he's about to fix everything up. There we go. Hey, you got video? Alec G, let me know when you can hear us. Pianki, can you hear me? Alec G, let's see. All right.
Hello, King Bless. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Nah, you gotta figure that out. We live. Hey, we're Kevin Samuels said we run the show, man.
Hey, man, you gotta get that together,
baby. Gotta get that together. All right, we got Alec G in the house. Alec, it should allow you to unmute now. There we go. What's up, Alec?
Yeah. What's good, yo?
Hey, what up, brother? Where you at? You in Vegas, Mexico? Where we at right now?
We in Mexico, baby. We in Mexico City.
So you living off of Bitcoin Mexico now, right?
Yeah. I mean, not necessarily off the Bitcoin, just stacking more Bitcoin here in Mexico City.
Can we get a live look next week from you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I should be settled by then. Right now, just doing the apartment hunt thing right now. I'm just kind of living at a hotel, but yeah, we chilling right now.
Nice. What you got for us, Alec?
Yeah, no, I was just coming to check y'all out, man. I'm checking out the new format. I've obviously, this is, I think, y'all third week or third time doing it. So yeah, checking out the new format, pretty cool. Yeah, just kind of coming here to just vibe and chill out with y'all.
Perfect. Hey, we'll stay on that. Hey, all right, give a shout out to Hex Machine. Hey, I thought we were cool too, Hex Machine. It caught me off guard, but hey, I don't care. Friend or foe, I get the firing shots back. Hex Machine said furrows are us, LOL. It was a typo, misunderstanding. I wasn't calling out the gents. I was responding to you. All right, well, shout out to Hex Machine, man. See, that's what I'm saying. I was like, hold on. It's only but 80, y'all, and most of them usually don't come. So we got Michael Kennedy in the waiting room. See if we can get Michael Kennedy here. And Pianki, if you're listening, feel free to call back in. If you can, try to turn on your video and off the sound in the background so we can hear you a little bit. Michael Kennedy, what's going on? What you got for us? All right, there we go. Hey, can you hear us, Michael?
I can. What's going on,
hey,
Philip?
How you doing today? What you got for us?
What's up, brother?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. Can you hear me all right? Sorry. I'm trying to pause the laptop. Hang on. So I heard you talking on this morning about getting a domain for NFTs.
Yep.
Have you heard of Unstoppable Domains?
Yes. I actually did a 4-part series with them. I actually know some people over there. And I think, did you tweet that to me? Are you?
I did.
I did see it, but I haven't responded to anything today, but it might be available on there. I actually bought a few domains through my regular service, but Unstoppable Domains may be a good one as well.
What?
Yeah, I definitely think it's badass, especially if they end up doing the tie-in to the wallets. So you can use that domain name to just pay whatever crypto you want to that domain name.
What? How did you stumble on Unstoppable Domains? Like, what are you into in the crypto sector? What do you like?
So the reason I found that was another YouTube show called Crypto Banter. And it's right up there with you on my favorite cryptos. It gives so many calls. I heard about Fantom on there and bought it at like 38 or 48 cents. I'd have to look again to see back in like end of August. And like, it's just been insane. So I do a bunch with Fantom. I was fucking around with Block a little bit. I fuck around with some Cody, some ADA. I've got a bunch of little ones. And then obviously Bitcoin.
So are you using these more for trading, or are you hoping that they can actually develop their projects out long term? Like, what's your confidence in that as like an investor?
Mostly trading. Fantom, I've got pretty good confidence in it at this point.
Okay.
I mean, it's running pretty slow. I'm interested to see what comes out of that developer conference in a few weeks. I've been in development and software development for about a decade now on the quality assurance side. So I kind of look towards a quality product, right?
Well, coming from that experience, Fantom's on the radar then. I feel like I used to have it. I got to check my, like I keep my crypto coins and all that, like the information in different like user domains. So I can't access it now, but I usually keep a list of like all the altcoin projects I kind of look into. I think at one point Fantom was in it because somebody mentioned it to us a while back ago as well. But glad to hear it's going well.
Oh yeah, and I just want to say real quick, just got the domain off Unstoppable Domains. NFTs.Bitcoin is mine. So yeah, appreciate that, brother. Live on the show.
Have a good night.
Thanks for reminding me.
Oh, Alec, go ahead, Alec.
No, I was just saying, let's go.
Hey, Michael, while we have you, we got to ask you. We were talking about them earlier. What are your thoughts on XRP? You sound knowledgeable in the crypto space.
I think XRP can make good like news for us and bring a lot of good attention if they do well in court. But that's about as far as I go with it.
Nice.
Yeah, I hear that.
Somebody Voice Crypto said we got to do a Zoom tutorial in the Masterclass. That is true. Well, hey, Michael, appreciate you calling in. Much appreciated. Have a good one.
Later, fellas. I'll be watching.
Yes,
All
sir.
right, take care, for sure. Alec, what are your thoughts, Alec? So Alec, of course, for you all don't know, is on our show, moderators, showrunners, producer, call him everything. He keeps us going and alive over there. He's one of the people who helped this thing roll. So Alec, what are your thoughts on XRP?
XRP. So I mean, yeah, I kind of do agree with Michael. Like, obviously, the decision with the SEC is very pivotable. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, come
I
on,
don't know what word
turn the
I'm
camera on doing that.
Yo, low key. So I'm here in Mexico City. I've been taking advantage of the unlimited tequila here at the hotel I'm staying at. So yeah, I'm a little slizzard.
There we go.
Yeah,
so
but
all we got to do is get Alex
very
tequila. We'll get them live.
But yeah, I think just kind of watching what that decision happens just is going to be very influential on just kind of market sentiments, and just especially like folks who are coming from the traditional trading sector. Like, they're going to kind of look at that as like, okay, this is the green light. Like, you know, these, if they're not going to take out this crypto XRP that has come after Bitcoin, then, you know, Bitcoin is definitely untouchable in that case. And obviously we've had a bunch of confluence from, who was it, Gary Gensler, who said like, yeah, he's not going to touch Bitcoin. So yeah, I think just the confluence of events and just kind of things that have come out lately will definitely kind of influence people who are kind of on the fence coming from traditional markets.
I want to see what's going to happen if Congress does get involved and start, like, as far as not for XRP, but just how SEC and CFTC was like, well, we need to answer for Congress. And Congress like, oh, y'all playing that game right now? I want to see what Congress would come out and say. Omo Shangu, what's going on? So just got the masterclass. Thank you for that support and for the tips now. I've been DCAing nonstop. I'm in Vegas eating ramen noodles, reading white papers and blockchain law papers instead of doing the Sin City stuff in Vegas. You know, I'm with you, man. Like, when I think about my Vegas days, like, people, I used to be crazy on those tables. Like, don't get it wrong. I've made a lot of money in Vegas. I've also lost a lot of money. But just, of course, Vegas, you spend a lot of money in Vegas. And I remember, like the year we partnered up was like around the time I stopped going to Vegas. I'm like, all right, all this extra money that I'm spending in Vegas, I'm going to buy Bitcoin with. And then I started looking like, oh my God, I wish I was doing this for these last 4 to 5 years. Like, what's going on? So I'm with you. Like, nowadays, Vegas trips, spend a little bit of money, have a little bit of fun. But for the most part, it's like I could be buying more cryptocurrency right now. So I'm definitely on the fence with that. Let's see. Mr. G Recycling guy, what's going on?
Oh, yeah.
Michael Sloan, what's good, gentlemen? Thanks for all your professional insights in this industry. With all of the DeFi hacks and rug pulls happening, how do you guys feel about insurance protocol Armor? So I am not sure about them. I will look them up. Right now, the issue with insurance protocols is that since it's so new in general, and again, this is the entire this is DeFi insurance protocol, so I can't even talk about that. I haven't looked at this. Hold on, let me actually look at this really quick. I just seen the highest TBL one. The problem with most insurance protocols, though, is getting that initial fund going. And right now, I know the numbers say on some of these protocols, I don't trust them after the entire Iron Finance thing, where they was like, yeah, we know the total value lock said 2 billion, but oops, it was a mistake. So I don't trust those numbers any longer. But let's look at this. The launch of Armor Protocol looked like it came out in 2021 of this year. Let's see.
Oh man, you can get coverage for your NFTs. All right.
But see,
the thing is, can you though?
It operates on top of Nexus. What do you know about Nexus? See, this is the slip through the rabbit hole.
Yeah. And then these APYs look a little high, so that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, they did say the APYs were good on just now.
Yeah.
Here, let me see.
But is that just a ploy for you to stake your money so that they
That's what I'm
have
saying.
the money for the insurance?
You all have to also
which they get paid on both ends on fees. Smart.
You also have to remember, again, the whole thing about cryptocurrency was built so that there really is no need for insurance for most projects. But also, like, I don't know, I got to look more into it, because how would that look? Like, how would that look in this space? Did you lose your NFT, or is it on the blockchain, just now on the platform you thought it'd be on? You know what I mean? Like, this, so much would go into it. It's like, as far as a claim, you want to actually pull the claim, but it's a DeFi one. But I'm looking at this news site. I just literally Googled insurance, DeFi insurance, whatever, and this site came up. The top 5 DeFi insurance protocols have the highest TBL today. Oh, that's for TBL. Okay. Armor did come up as number 1. Nexus Mutual came up as number 2. But again, I just saw that Armor is being built on Nexus. So again, kind of interesting. On Slash, Sherlock, and Insure Ace. Now, one thing I will say about all 5 of these projects, I've never heard of them before right now, but that doesn't mean anything, because this space is, like, as we keep saying, it's super new. It's brand new. There's always projects we haven't heard of. So this is just one of those times right now. But it doesn't mean it's bad. It just means it's brand new. So definitely got to take a peek at Armor and some of these other ones this weekend. I guess I have more homework to do this weekend. This is amazing.
Absolutely. Yep.
I don't know. What are your thoughts? What's your first thoughts when it comes to DeFi insurance?
Yeah, so DeFi insurance sounds good simply because we have had a lot of hacks and people have lost money. The thing about decentralized finance is that if you can find a liquidity pool that is decentralized, that can give you your money back because you lost it, in my opinion, somebody's going to scam the system. The same way they scam regular insurance people, they're going to figure out ways to get wallets that, oh, I lost it and it went to another wallet. Well, do you own that wallet? They're going to figure out a way that it's not theirs. And you're just going to have an insurance claim go top. Now, that could be completely wrong. Proof of loss protocol could prove me wrong, and they have a way to determine that. I just feel like if they found a way to hack DeFi already, the insurance part of it is just going to be like icing on the cake, because then they can double their money. They can say, oh, yeah, and my money, I got it stolen, and my money was lost, so I can file an insurance claim. Maybe Exchange does that. So, just first thinking about that, I just feel like somebody can game the system. But Nexus itself, it says it's a next generation blockchain technology that is rebuilding the
whenever
internet
they say
from
that,
the ground up.
Whenever that happens, that's a red flag. Now that is, people, like, literally, we can give you projects that said that back in 2016.
Yeah, that shit.
Listen,
what are you talking about? You're not building the internet from the ground up.
That's, to me,
I feel like every new project that comes out is like, we are the next generation of XYZ. That's just the
red flag to me. Because to me, that's giving me lower trust in your developers, because it's like, really? So you're already coming out saying that all those people who help, like, let me pull up the GitHub people. I don't think people understand the people who worked on Bitcoin. Like, I really don't think, like, people, the guy who built the Tor network worked on Bitcoin. Like, you know, this the best developers on the planet. So again, when we're talking about doing deep dives, so for example, we do these deep dives, internal reviews and stuff for companies, people. These are next level dives we do now when we're looking at the technical aspect. We're not talking about speculation anymore. We're like, all right, let's see the code. All right, let's see this. Like, let's see the technical side of this to prove what you're saying. That's the beautiful part of this. A lot of open source stuff, or even if it's internal, you can share the documents. We know how to read them. So looking at GitHub, again, Bitcoin core, as you can see here, 825 contributors, people. Like 825. Let's look up some other projects. Let me see. What's another big project? Ethereum. Well, I think Ethereum actually, like some of those contributors.
And one thing we were talking about before, remember this about C+? Hey, 825 of the best C+ developers in the world, and C+ is one of the hardest languages. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, almost anybody can build on Solidity. 6 hard weeks of Solidity, and you can build a smart contract. 6 months, you can actually feel like you can build your own crypto or your own project on top of Ethereum. You know, a couple of years of it, you have people out here that aren't that experienced with whole projects and apps. So just from a development standpoint, that is always good to see. Just because 825 people working on the biggest money system in the world is amazing.
Well, to give you some, to give you an idea of some others, look at this. So Ripple, you all like Ripple, right? XRP, 93 contributors. And how big is that project? So some of these projects are saying they're gonna be the next best thing. I'm like, you're not even near Ripple. And Ripple only has 1/8 of Bitcoin. And the 800 and something at Bitcoin are the best on the planet. Like by far, they've already created things to prove themselves as being the best on the planet. So again, some of these projects, that's what we're trying to tell you, is just like, it's non-starter. So this is the Nexus one. I'm not, now this may be the wrong Nexus. Correct me if I'm wrong. This may be the wrong one. I'm hoping it's the wrong one actually. But whoever project this is only got 25 contributors.
Yeah, but it's the new internet, man. What are you talking about?
I don't know, Alec, what are your thoughts? You come from a tech side of the house as well. You understand some of this stuff. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, kind of to Zay's point, and I may be like kind of wrong here, but I know at Ethereum for Solidity, it's kind of an extension of JavaScript. And so JavaScript is like kind of like the new hotness, like I'd say for probably the past 10 years or so. I know I have a little bit of JavaScript background, but yeah, like kind of going back to Zay's point, like C++, like I know when I kind of started to learn a little bit about development, I was just like, I don't want to learn C++. I want to kind of just learn.
Same here.
Oh yeah.
Same. I learned JavaScript. I started looking at C++ and Python. I was like, I'm where I need to be. I'm far enough on the. I can read it. I know to read.
Absolutely. And yeah, like you learn those core concepts with JavaScript, but yeah, just C++ is just like a lot more involved, and you just you know, you could say those developers who have been developing on C++ for the past whatever 10, 15 years are like the cream of the crop when it comes to developers. So yeah, definitely a lot more just trust and just, you know, just strengthen that network.
And again, this may be wrong. Armor 5, this may be the wrong one. So but this one says 3 contributors. Yeah, no, the Armor Core allows users to buy cover for funds held on various DeFi protocols that will allow compensation in the case the protocol is hacked. People, and again, no offense, they might be Einsteins, but it's only 3 contributors right here, folks. Bitcoin, like, do I need to go back to the Bitcoin one? So again, no knock, this could be the next best thing. I'm not saying that it's not. I am just pointing out what I look for as far as, I'm not saying not to throw money at it. I'm saying don't throw the house at it. That's all we're saying. Just like treat it like you're at the casino. Again, this is Bitcoin. 825 of the best on the planet, people. Like I can't even give you like Google Bitcoin contributors backgrounds. So let me Google that and see what comes up. Like it's very difficult to explain just how great. Oh, put it like this. All right, it's Curry on some of these teams. You got LeBron, Curry, Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Kareem. You got all these people playing for the Bitcoin team. You got Iverson playing for the Bitcoin.
Another team, you got Othello Harrington and Scott Pollard. And
not saying they're not professional.
Eric Snow.
Not saying they can't make a bucket. But it's
Eric Snow.
But I am saying they're not leading the team to the championship when Bitcoin's in the space. So like you gotta really look at that background of Bitcoin contributors.
Greg Ostertag.
maybe a little homework for the Warriors here. Like, just go to the Bitcoin GitHub and look at the contributors. Go to their GitHub and like actually look at where they're committing, like how many commits they've made to the Bitcoin Core GitHub, and just like actually look and see like, okay, these are the people who are actually kind of building this out.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the names, I mean, it's just the names of just the best. Like you said, 1,800 plus commits. Whew, like that is crazy. 1,700. Like these people are working.
Oh yeah, and they don't have to.
Gavin, like, you got Gavin and Dreesen here.
They love this shit. They love doing it. That's how you know they love it. This isn't a foundation. This is a company. They don't clock in. They just like doing this.
Yeah, so make sure you all check it out. And like Alex said, you can check out their work as well. So looking at some of the comments, hold on, I saw some comments. Alec keep muting and stuff. He said he didn't want to talk to us no more. Hold on. I had to put it on because the other guy, I'll do it, the unmute for everybody. I had to put it on because the other guy's thing wasn't working. How do I do this? Participants, man, I should know how to work it. We do, you talking about, I need a masterclass on Zoom. Talking about we should do one. All right, I saw some good comments coming in. Let me see some of them. So yeah, Crypto Hoops said Veritasium settled with the SEC. XRP was settled in at least 5 times. Times 5, take those profits and wait for Bitcoin to dip and you're good. Again, great way to look at it. Only difference I would say is that Veritasium settled and they're only in direct competition with a part of the space, whereas XRP is trying to be in direct competition with a larger part of the space. Like Veritasium was talking about precious minerals and gold and all that good stuff, right? XRP is talking about being the bridge for all transfers for banks and international companies and corporations. So it's a bigger enemy there, I would say. But I agree with you. Veritasium settled. We do know they just want their money from a lot of these projects. Again, the only difference is that Veritasium, they just kind of want their money to get out the way. They want money and want XRP to get out the way too, but XRP is already so long on their path. I think they're fighting back like, no, we're not getting out the way. I think now it's about what's the number going to be. And you still have to kind of punish them because you can't make it look like the SEC took an LL. Like they don't want to make it look like they lost. It has to be one of those respectable. Like imagine if a cop or a police officer about to arrest you. He was like, "No, give me a fair one." He was like, "I bet you think you young punks think you about it," and he squared up with you, right? Oh, yeah. It's like even if you beat them, you can't get the whooping them. You can't get to beat them. Like
you can't stomp them out.
Yeah, you can't do them dirty. You can't even jump on them, man. You can give them a couple 1-2s, but like that's about it. So it's kind of the same thing. It's like even if XRP wins right now, it's about a number and still making the SEC. Could you imagine if they won and like defeat they just mud stomped the SEC to the point it was just like, hey, other crypto companies, this is how you defeat the United States government. Like, do you see the United States letting that slide?
No.
Yeah, come on. Yeah. Gang, man. Like, just wake up. Paul Wagner, to add some comedic relief, said, if a dog farts in your eye, you can get pink eye.
Yeah, gotta hear those dogs, thank goodness.
I don't know. Yes, Fearless Jones, XRP verdict will give a lot of guidance to the community about what's a security. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be serious. Jake Fever, Bitcoin scammers sold Chuck E. Cheese tokens as Bitcoin made millions, or is this fake news? No, it actually happened, I think, years ago. At the time, they didn't make billions, but I'm assuming it's worth now is millions. But didn't it happen some years ago? Somebody sold some fake Bitcoin as like Chuck E. Cheese or Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, that was like a real story.
Yeah, exactly. And you probably back then could get away with it for a while. I remember that story. Yeah.
Mr. G, the recycling guy. Very true. Bitcoin space is full of people with low key millions. That's the actual true statement as well. It's a lot of millionaire next doors in this space. That's why a lot of the I would say a lot, decent amount of crypto memes are about people being like Bitcoin rich, but like normal people poor type of deal because they're not spending no money. Let's see. Satoshi Slim said there will always be a segment that feels safe with one foot in the centralized world, not ready for self-sovereignty. Exactly. And the issue with that is, the problem with that is that they try to pull everybody in with them by proxies of people who are also wolves too, but they just feel morally superior because they are being wolves for a larger part of the population. But yes, whenever you're, again, forcing the exchange of value in any form, I think, then that's saying a lot about the world and self-sovereignty itself. And we definitely force value out of people in every part of the world, not just here as well. Mr. G recycling guy, I'm laughing out loud. Remember carrot bars? I do. That's pretty funny.
Oh man, carrot
Exactly.
bars are so trash.
I do
man.
remember. Yeah, Ryan Cooper, LMAO carrot bars.
Carrot bars.
They had a seminar last year at Bowie. I know I always say it wrong. Is it Bowie or Bowie?
I say Bowie State.
Bowie State University. Do we follow Crypto Banter? No, I haven't checked them out. I gotta check them out. Let's see. Divergent Ventures did a Sybil airdrop style attack on their own token. LOL. Oh, Michael Kennedy says C is easier than Java for me. Listen, you're the real deal then. Like I said, Java, of course, basic, everything else, HTML and all other stuff, but I am not dumping over to C+. Bitcoins, they can hold that down or something. Let's see. Ryan Cooper's Lunar Crush using these metrics. I haven't checked that out. I got to check out. I mean, of course, we use Lunar Crush, but I'm not sure if they're actually using these metrics as of recent as well. Let's see. Michael Kennedy said, man, my daughter's mad I didn't put her on when I called. Give Michael Kennedy's daughter a shout out. We will see you next time when we are on. Let's see. What else we have in his comments? Lift Hunt Game. How does so many people work on Bitcoin if it's decentralized, and how do they get commits or upgrades to a protocol that no one owns? So it's the same thing as Ethereum. We have EIPs, will start off as BIPs, Bitcoin Improvement Protocol proposals, where essentially developers who have these proposals to change to the Bitcoin project will submit them, and the group would essentially vote on it. So it still gets consensus. It gets consensus from other developers. It also gets community consensus. When I showed you all that Bitcoin forum earlier, that's why I check it, because people are on there talking, saying yay or nay, we're going to support this or we're not going to support it. And as far as again, I get what you're really asking, like, well, how's the community getting a consensus of developers the one developing? Very simple. Even if they develop whatever they're going to develop, they still have to fork the chain in order to do what they want to do. And if no one follows them, so let's say they fork the chain, they become Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin ABC, which is now XEC or something, Bitcoin Platinum, Bitcoin SV, Bitcoin Diamond. They become all these different Bitcoins. It's up to the community to follow them. And the community follows them en masse, and that's consensus. Roger Ver, I give him props. He tried to use media to trick people. I think he did it too early with in too small of an audience. But essentially, when he launched Bitcoin Cash, he has Bitcoin.com. He went on this whole media thing where it was like, no, Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin. And for people who are just entering in August, September of 2017, some of them were led to believe Bitcoin Cash was the real Bitcoin. They was like, oh, I thought this was, until they learned about Bitcoin. So in that case, a developer, whatever developer out there, in this case, Roger Ver and his team of developers said, hey guys, we have this new, except it wasn't a proposal, they just did it, but it would have been, it would have came out as like a Bitcoin improvement proposal. I mean, maybe they did a deal with BIP behind it, to be fair, because he was kind of like trying to get a consensus for it. It just didn't work out. But let's say you do a BIP for it, BIP 62 or something. And under this proposal, like a bill you're trying to pass through Congress. And this one, we're going to make Bitcoin Cash. And here it is. The developers would say, yay, we agree with this. We'll push it out on our Twitters and our social media channels and all the institutions we work with, or they'll say, no, we're going to tell people this is fake. We're not using it. So in Bcash is in that instance, it didn't work. The community pushed back and said no, as we saw with the price, the market decided. And we see that happen with SegWit2x, where the community moved forward and say, we do want SegWit2x. Except people like Coinbase who said, no, we try and charge y'all extra transaction fees. So yeah.
And if I may interject, like,
for sure.
Just kind of like talking about open source software, like for instance, the GitHub repository is hosted on, or excuse me, the Bitcoin repository is hosted on GitHub. So basically, if somebody sees something going on in the GitHub or Bitcoin repository on GitHub and says, let's say I want to make an improvement, they will submit a pull request, and then that pull request will get reviewed by all the developers who are contributing to the Bitcoin repository. And basically, if it gets enough approvals and is just in line with what the project is doing, then you can start to see those commits get merged into the Bitcoin repository and like actually, see that whatever that change might be, or if it's a bug or something. Like, for instance, people like to bring up the inflation bug all the time. I believe the way it worked was somebody just submitted a pull request and said, hey, this is a bug, like this is the fix. If you want to merge this, like actually after everybody reviews it, then you can go ahead and fix that bug. So that's just kind of generally how open source software works. Anybody can submit a pull request, and as long as it works and it's like in line and has been reviewed by developers, then it can get merged into the code base. For
sure. I mean, I can submit a request. They're going to ball it back up and laugh at me. But no, that is true. Anybody can. One thing so Funky Fresh 707, like, oh, he on a tear tonight, or she, whoever this is. This is what I talk about when it comes to the issue with like getting to truth, especially in the mainstream media. And this is how they try to get the Gemini twins when they were talking about what Robinhood was doing. The reporter was like, well, do you have proof that Robinhood did this? And they're like, really, that's what we're doing? So Funky Fresh 707 said, what makes you so confident that Roger Ver started Bitcoin Cash? Like, really? What makes me confident is that we had our show going on during the time. We were reporting on it every day. And what led a lot of people to believe through their Twitter accounts, the comments they were making, Roger Ver came out and had a stance for Bitcoin Cash and said it was the real Bitcoin, and that once it was forked, he would be following it. The whale watchers who watch the wallets of people's Bitcoin accounts transfer over to Bitcoin Cash were also linked to people like Roger Ver, Jahan Wu, and Craig Wright. And then after they argued, I believe Craig Wright made his SV or whatever, and then Jahan Wu did his own thing. So I'm not sure that was a serious question or whatever, but it's just like, yeah, you're right. I don't have the transaction number or the email that said who did what, when, or why, or however, but I can just go off the support that his website showed, Bitcoin.com, that he did claim, if not ownership, at least influence over at the time, switched to Bcash as the main Bitcoin. There was a lot of complaints actually at the time because people were logging on to Bitcoin.com thinking they were buying Bitcoin and finding out they were buying Bitcoin Cash.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the news saying he didn't support BIP 91. And BIP 91 is what activated SegWit. And then he said that July of 2017, and then Bcash came August 1st. So do with that information what you will. And then, of course, as much as he pushed it once it came out, yeah, I think he has something to do with creating it.
But you know what? Semantics, fine. He didn't create it. He supported it. Like, I mean, hey, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you got a headline when you Google your thing and it says this, Roger Ver called Bitcoin Cash an original Bitcoin. I mean, yeah, maybe he wasn't in a lab cooking it up. And I never actually said he created as much as I did say whoever developers he hired to create. Roger Ver is a businessman in the space, and probably one of the best businessmen in the space, actually. So I want to make sure we put that distinguished out there as well. All right, let's see what else we got. Green Goddess said, good show. Shout out to the homie Michael Kendi. We in here. There we go. Yeah, Michael G, the recycling guy, said, I was so confused when I first saw Bcash. I was like, what the F is this? I mean, honestly, if you go back to our videos around that time, I mean, like I said, we were covering it pretty much in depth. I think we did the Bcash airdrop live. So we either did a live on Instagram or we did live on YouTube. But I do remember us recording.
Sold it instantly.
Yeah. For tax purposes, I'm going to say, but yeah, we got rid of that thing as soon as it hit. It was a nice little come up. It was a nice little airdrop. Yeah, it was some thousands.
Nice little snapshot.
It was a nice little snapshot. It was.
For a little bit, it was over 1,000.
You got to remember, Bitcoin wasn't like crazy expensive at the time compared to now. I mean, relative. So it was good. Stack my change, like that name said. If you put 500 into Fantom in late July, you'd be up 15K. I mean, that's crazy. But again,
can't go back to late July.
Also, when you say that, I'm sure I can look up 3 or 4 other projects where it'd be the same thing. So yeah, we don't like to look back at it because it's also, if you would have put it in there, would you have missed something else? Or this has happened. So it's one of those things. There'll always be another project. There'll always be another coin. The space is moving fast. We just learned about live. What is it? We just learned about what is this called? What is this thing called? I can't think of it. What? Nexus and Armor.
Yeah.
It's software is a protocol that allows you covered funds, insurance. We just learned about DeFi insurance. So there's so much new stuff coming out. There'll always be a chance to get your 500 to 15K in this market, at least in the short term.
If you bought Coke in 1960, you'd be up $17 million.
Hilarious, but true. Bro, hilarious.
Well, people ever told me if you would have bought, like, okay, well, all you just told me is that most of the profit is gone. But thanks. You know what I mean? Again, I just don't like to look back. You got to understand this market is very easy if you make it easy. When everybody is scared and the prices are low in the bear market, stack. And when it's a bull market, sit back and relax. It's not that hard.
Yeah, Power and Knife 45 said, what about Taproot coming in November? People, that's the other thing. Like, I think that Bitcoin upgrades, it doesn't matter as much from a speculative point of view as far as when you talk about USD price point. And that's because people aren't looking at Bitcoin for that. It's like the people who know about Taproot already know and are excited about it. it's not going to be like, again, there will be articles that headlines that Taproot's activate. This is what it means for Bitcoin, but like those are going to be low volume articles. We'll cover it. Some other people cover it. But some of the biggest channels out there that you all love, like they'll gloss over, I'm telling you, because that isn't fun and interesting and sexy news. Like it doesn't do anything to the price, because for those who know it's coming, They know that whether it's random people submitting VIPs or as developers, whoever, we have a good idea that they're going to do a good job and push this thing through without too many issues, right? There won't be a one-word error on line 1,271, hopefully. So I don't know. I'm happy and excited about Taproot, but I don't think it'll affect too much. JB, what's going on? JB said, just got that DeFi Masterclass tonight and paid with the fold card. Thank you, JB. He said, thanks for all the knowledge and shit talking. Stay up, JB. Thanks for the support. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you can, JB, make sure you can, hopefully you can make the master or the Q&A tomorrow. We'll be talking about the collateralized loans and the yield farming section tomorrow as well, as promised from the last masterclass. So make sure if you can make it tomorrow, make it as at 3 p.m. You will see that email in the morning. Let's see. Paul Wagner, what's going on? I think Paul's talking about us. Said they are extremely entertaining. Reminds me of high school friendship. Seems extremely genuine. Yeah, this the homie.
Yeah, I was saying. They feel like this is college.
Right.
I mean, 15 years?
Right. That is a long time. We old on the low, people.
Yeah, I was saying low-key old.
Brinks Bugatti, I just want to shout out Bitcoin Zay for always responding to my DMs online, always giving knowledge. Thanks, brother. Hey, yeah, my bad, everybody. As I always make my announcement, like I said, I actually listen. I love the online world. I love the digital world. I need to move back online full time. You have to understand, I kind of got disconnected through my military trials. I know it's been years, but I never fully came back. So with that being said, my bad if I haven't responded to messages on the on Twitter and those things. I'm definitely gonna get back to everybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to check it at least once a day, but
I need to get. I'm gonna start checking. Man. I'm gonna start checking in the morning.
Once it gets stacked up a lot, some of y'all miss. Plus, Twitter's kind of weird, where if you click on the message but you don't respond, when you go back to try and find it, it's like goes to the bottom. So I don't know. It's weird trying to find messages you read and didn't respond to. So try to get to them when we can. Appreciate you, man.
MD is hilarious. MD said I would purchase the masterclass, but the way my Bitcoin accounts work, I got to check in and saving. Man. Hey, for sure. No, if not for now, go ahead and check out Crypto Advantage. They do have some good articles on there for beginners. So if you're a beginner, Crypto Advantage, we've partnered with them, been sponsored by them for this month. They were doing a great job. So check them out right now. Let's see, Vet. Adrian Torres said, do we have any knowledge into Vet? I've heard that's one where you put a couple of thousand and you'll be up 100,000 long term.
That's not a selling point. People, why people keep telling us
that? Yeah.
People say that all the time.
When we hear that.
If that is what your selling point is to your friends and family, stop now, please. Because if you're telling people, hey man, you put in a couple thousand, you'll get at least 20. That's no better than BitConnect telling you if you put in 2,000, then you'll get 20 in this certain amount of time, guaranteed. It could happen, but the SEC could come out tomorrow and say everything not Bitcoin is security. That could happen as well. And then everything tank and Bitcoin goes super hyper Bitcoin. That could happen as well. So when people say that, I understand what you're saying, but we got to get to a point where that's not the selling point. What does VeChain do?
That sounds exactly like the cash out scam that people used to do like back in high school, like whatever they say. Give me your credit card, and you know what I'm saying, we're gonna turn 1,000 into 20,000, and then now your accounts are overdrawn and you're like, what's going on? So, yeah.
Hey, that's true. That's true. You got me laughing with that because I do remember back in college, somebody was like, you trying to fill up your tank $10 something? I was like, what? He was like, you want to do it or not? I was like, yeah, like here. He's like, I was like, what are you over here doing with this stuff? And I was like, no, I'm asking too many questions. So you're right. And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, you out here stealing gas. I'm like, wait, what? Let's see. Since they gave me a bunch of literature to read on Facebook, and I'm very up in my portfolio per the literature. So thanks again. For sure. Yes, good to Warriors to winning that Crypto Advantage prize. I really hope, like, that would be cool if our Warriors to take on, it's going to be people like, y'all was cheating over there. Like, if a couple of our Warriors can win that Crypto Advantage prize, it's going to be super cool to see.
That'd be great. Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Are we in Avalanche on Aave? Easy money. No, but I do know some people that's in Avalanche on Aave right now. And yeah, from the post that they're putting out there, it does look like it's easy money. So essentially at certain times, I said it a few months back ago, once Bitcoin was kind of volatile, well, it's always volatile. I'm gonna say volatile. But once we were kind of on that volatile brink as far as, are we going down to the low 30s or 20s? Are we staying up? One of the things I was telling people was that was a time to consolidate. So when it came to a lot of stuff on Aave and Polygon, for myself personally, I did consolidate a lot of things. Not to say they weren't working. People, like I said, I know some people were doing their thing on Aave, Avalanche and everything. It's just, again, here's the best part about the market. We just talked about Fantom. Somebody said 515K. We just talked about Armor, Nexus. We just talked about like what other projects did we talk about tonight? Like so many different things. So it's so diverse. And that's what I love about the market. So for me, I got away from it. As much as I love all that stuff, I got away from it because I saw some other plays to be made in other areas that I like. But that's the beautiful part about this market. You can now literally diversify your portfolio and not leave the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency market. Who we have in here? Let's see. Zoom user entered the waiting room. We don't got a name. Uh-oh. Might be some internet funny happening. Let's see what happens. Might be some funny business. Yeah, let's see. Funky Fresh said, when ASICs hit the market, the Bitcoin blockchain's validation process became more centralized as more and more hashing power is consolidated into a handful of mining companies rather than being spread out amongst many miners. Yes and no. I get what you're saying, the hashing power, yeah, but anyone can still download it. So that's one thing, as long as anyone can still download it. But I get what you're saying. It did. The ASIC miners did change the game. That's why they're looking for BIPs. You know, they're trying to ensure that doesn't make a competitive advantage over other miners. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Zoom user, hey, you have video? Please show us a video if you do. But if not, what's going on? What do you have for us? Zoom.
They might not be able to unmute like I was. So
I asked them to unmute, or I asked her to.
Okay.
I'm her.
Well, sounds like you got nothing. Get out of here.
Oh, here we go. Zoom user, please unmute. Let us know what you got. Satoshi Slim, we covered it. Acoin. I didn't like the fact that he named it Acoin. That was just kind of weird.
That was an A-corny name for him to choose.
That's hilarious.
But I appreciate the attempt.
Yeah. There we go. Zoom user. Hey, what's your name? What you got for us?
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Sounds like you got nothing.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you gotta mute the video in the background. You gotta mute the YouTube.
Okay, y'all can hear me now, right?
Right.
All right, my bad, dog. They keep TV. I keep hearing y'all in the background. But what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? What you got for us?
Hey, nothing, brother, man. I appreciate everything y'all doing, man. I love y'all work, everything, bro. I was trying to get y'all take on Starlink. Now, is it Starlink or Star Atlas? My bad, Star Atlas.
Oh, the game. Star Atlas looks beautiful. Like the actual characters that you can get in there, collections you can start. It looks like the gaming that we have now, except you just enter USDC or crypto as well. So I like that. I think that's what I mean by Metaverse and different gaming platforms being long term, because I don't think that's going anywhere. They're just implementing new money. Instead of using tokens, they use crypto. So yeah, I like Star Atlas. Definitely a good project to look at.
Let me ask you this. So you're into this stuff apparently. To know Star Atlas, you must be looking around the market. What are your thoughts on the success of the metaverse and some of these games, and what the government and the regulatory environment might bring with that success? That's the thing. I was talking to a parent the other day because our kids are gamers, and I'm like, hey, like this game is coming to the metaverse and play to earn. I was telling her about Axie Infinity and stuff. And like she instantly had the same thought as me. She was like, "Oh my God, like definitely gonna like government's gonna." And I was like, you know what? That's the thing I've been saying too. Like right now we're in this high in the sky cloud period, but I think it might be that slap in the face. What are your thoughts on that?
Shit out of Axie Infinity.
Yeah, man. I mean, man, I'm just now looking into it, man. My friend texted me, said, "Man, check this out, man." So I'm still researching. I like the idea of like you said, the gaming part. So this is my first, thing I'm looking into for gaming, for crypto, because man, I got in crypto in 2018, and man, and I was led down the wrong road and got into it. But man, my first investment with SRP, which I said it was wrong in the beginning, but man, I diversed like 3 months later in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and man, and I think the blessing came for me when that lawsuit happened. That was a wake-up call because I was the first one, got that Twitter notification. Man, as soon as I done it, man, look, I sold 80% of all my SRP. I went ahead converted it on Bitcoin and got over 100 million Satoshi. So I said, so man, I wasn't what the problem was when somebody introduced me to crypto, you know, they always want to lean people with this SRP is a faster transactional, faster payment, this and that. Man, and when you soon you get to, okay, yeah, I like that. Done the research. Then I also hear more about the, you know, Bitcoin Lightning Network. I was like, well, damn, that kind of shut up what SRP was trying to get used for. I'm just being real. Because, man, and I started knowing more bullshit about SRP, man. When I started following some of these guys on YouTube, and, you know, I go put their name, China name out there, whatever.
Put them out there. Put them out there.
Man, that's a whole bunch of them, man. There's one guy was named Alex Cobb. Then one guy named Digital Assets Investor. You know, man, look, it just has another guy I can think of other man name. Anyway, I so understand the more bullshit. I can tell my wife, man, they got up there start price prediction. They had cartoon animal, cartoon something, and they start predicting the SRP price. I said, oh hell no, man. So man, I just knew already there was some funny shit going with this. I remember I was listening to you guys. Y'all had a I forgot that guy name. Y'all have somebody y'all interviewed from Ripple, and y'all asking him about that. Yeah, man, and you asked him about that question. You know, man, what they looking to take profit, and he got this. Said, oh yeah. See, I just knew my mind right then. I said, see, that's something they really, you know, heard of to sell the stuff, and not think long term about what they have. Because one thing it shook me more about what I like about Ripple, man. I honestly believe, man, I think SRP would be a whole lot better without Ripple, man. I personally, for me, I think Ripple fucked up that whole thing, man.
Well, that's what a lot of people are basically trying to say, or that's what Funky Fresh is saying. He was like, "There's Ripple, the company, XRP." I know Kasha said that a few times as well. But hey, that's the same thing as like some other projects and their founders that people are trying to separate. It's very difficult to do. But hey, much appreciate you calling in. We got a couple more to get to before we call.
Yeah, my bad, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Time.
I was trying to get my name with this dude. I had to delete it and re-download it.
Hey, we got it working. That's all that matters.
I appreciate y'all, bro, man. Y'all have a good night now.
All right, take care. Have a good one. Hey, Ryan Cooper, can you hear us? What's going on? Really quick, Crypto Black, thank you for the tip. Said much love to you guys. Bless called Doge on Boy Show, LOL. Yeah, right. Did I call it up or down? Because you're right, I did call it. But that's what we always say, people. The receipts. Hey, we got video receipts, folks. There's no lies being told. Credit K said my son football game. Hopefully he dominated. Caught the live late. Welcome back. And yes, we talked about Sheeb a little bit at the beginning. Ryan Cooper, can you hear us? What's going on, Ryan? I think something's up. Audio's connecting. There we go. You all are hilarious in the comment section all the time, I tell you. Let's see. Paul Wagner said, for some ridiculous psychological reason, I struggle investing in meme coin. It has to have utility and purpose. Huge fan of Theta because of fundamentals. You know what? And that's one of the things, people, Theta has a platform. People are using it. It's growing. And the price went down because they had a couple of delays and it wasn't the cool kid anymore. And then all these new ones came up that's supposed to be the future of everything. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? Let's see. Ryan Cooper. Hey, what's going on? Just I think I just asked to unmute. This is right. We got Ryan Cooper. Anybody else want to call in? You got a couple of minutes, and this is gonna be the last few here. Ryan Cooper, can you hear me?
What up, Cooper?
Feel free to unmute. Oh, we got Jake Fever as well. We get Jake in, Ryan Cooper here. Feel free to unmute Ryan once you can.
Yeah, we're gonna do a class on Zoom next time we do the show.
Jake, what's the word? Oh, he's still connecting the audio. It's all good. He's still connecting the audio. Hey, whoever can hear us and talk first, go crazy. Oh, you still connecting, Jake? Let's see, what else we have?
Shout out to Funky Fresh, keeping it coming. The Lightning Network is just centralized channels with pools of proof of stake Bitcoin IOUs. Well, then don't use it.
That's the thing, people. Y'all doing that
all these hoops you're jumping through to explain why it's bad. I don't care why you think, if that's what you think the Lightning Network is. It's not. That's not what it is. But again, I think your thought process on centralization and decentralization is kind of screwed because decentralization is on a scale, and anything that to you it seems as though everybody doesn't have access to it at the same time. You want it to be fair. It's not fair. It's decentralized. That means anybody can join it. That means it's fair. People have different resources when it starts. Can't control that. But that's what you think centralized is. That's not centralized. That means people that use it, they have these channels. And then also, if you have these pools of Bitcoin, yes, you can pull other people in. Proof of stake Bitcoin IOUs is a lot of word soup that only means that it's on a side chain or that it's not on the main chain. And that's what layer 2 means. So I don't know what you're trying to get with that, but just don't use it.
My thing though is when it comes to this, like, look, when people ask us about certain projects, we talk about the project, right? So if it's hold on, I'm trying to get Ryan in here. Okay, he might have left out and came back. So again, don't give us a project name. Just give us what a project does. That way we can just say yes or no, and you don't feel so offended because we're not looking at all these other projects saying, oh, I just don't like it because this is like, we don't see the use case. Call it crazy. As who just said it, as Paul Wagner would say, call it crazy. But if it doesn't have utility and purpose, or for me, a product or a project that I can see being created, I've already, like, that's what the Masterclass is about, people. I've already done like Zay in 2016, how many projects was I in probably? Exactly. Like just give a number on top of your head.
Yeah, probably like 50.
I think 50 is a legit number. I'm not mad at that. I was gonna say anywhere between 40 to 60 for sure. That's how many projects.
That was back when we was reading white papers, right?
You said what's that?
I said that was back when we was reading white papers. Back
exactly.
In
I mean, Alex, no,
reading white papers every day. Oh man.
People, we've done all of this you're trying to do. I tried to get rich quick and I kept losing more money. Okay. It's better just
it's so funny. It's like a parent talking to a kid. It's like, I'm telling you what's going to happen, but you got to learn for yourself.
Right. Hey, Jake and Ryan, you guys might need to get off and come on again. Jake, your audio never came on. If you
looks like Jake is unmuted. Jake
huh?
Definitely getting lit over there too.
Yeah, but we can't hear him.
What in the hell is going on? Shiba Inu is opening the doors to us. The rest of us who are 99% who always have to settle for the crumbs. The 1% throws at us. We are a socio-economic movement, unstoppable. Actually, Shiba's very stoppable. one good hack, and we will see exactly how strong that community is. One exchange delisting. I don't wish anything bad on anybody's project, but Shiba is not a socioeconomic movement. That is a TikTok movement amongst 17-year-olds who think they can make more money than they've ever made in their life. That's pretty much all it is right now.
MD, I'm with that. Capitalism isn't fair, so capitalize for sure. What do we think about Rocket Pool? I think Rocket Pool actually has a lot of interesting things going on. I know people are excited about it. What's your thoughts? Paul?
I never heard of it, but I gotta look it up as well. Because again, like I said, we get thrown hundreds of projects every week. And I'll review most of them, but I'll definitely look at Ethereum 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, it has hype around it right now. We'll see. Paul Wagner said Chainlink is the dominant OG Oracle, but hasn't performed. But, hey, Paul, I get pushed out of corporate rooms for saying that. Ryan Cooper, what's the word?
Yo, what's good, fellas, man? Great day today, man. I'm sitting here smoking a J right now, man. What's up, Zay? What's up, Black?
What up, Coop?
Long day at the crab shop, but look, let's talk. What y'all got questions, man? I'm ready to build with y'all, bro.
Oh man, you just joined the last 60 seconds, last couple of minutes. But what do you got for us?
Shit, y'all tell me first. I'll add on, bro.
Well, right now, let's talk about this. Altcoin casino. Are there any altcoins or side projects? I think you shielded something the other day, but what are your thoughts on some of these projects out here? Do you have some outside of Bitcoin that you think could be the next best thing, and why?
Well, I've been looking at everybody talking about Fantom. A couple of my clients in my private WhatsApp group and the DCS crypto group brought Fantom up today. I don't know a lot about it, bro. I know they got an ecosystem, so I'm watching that shit.
That's what's up, Jay. Can you hear us? Jay, can you hear us?
Jay, what's up, yo?
Can you hear us? You gotta either unmute or get off and come back on so it can work.
Hey, this is a good ass strain I just got, y'all. I just took my first pull. Oh shit.
Nice. All right. Other than that, I'm gonna see if we get Jake working again. Jake, can you hear us?
Hey, yo, shout out to Crypto Kenzie drinking that yak on Instagram today. That's my nigga, man.
All right. Let's see what else we have. Almost Shango, decentralized equals be ready to charge into the game at a moment's notice. I like that. That is true. Be ready to charge to the game. It was decentralized. Let's
Wild
see.
West, baby.
It's definitely the Wild West. Last couple of ones. Everybody's talking about Zoom, the wolf next door. What are we doing up? Talking crypto as always. Last couple of minutes, we're gonna try Jake. Jake, can we hear you? Is it good or no? We're in the bar though. Turn up, man. Turn up.
Tell Jay to leave the meeting and come back in. That's how I got my shit working.
Right, that's what we told him. I don't think he caught it. But other than that, folks, that is the show for today. Much appreciate you all coming on in to talk crypto with us again on this Friday night. New show, no name. Eventually, we're going to figure out a name, but we are going to keep pushing this show out. So can't wait to have more episodes in the future. And for the next show, I believe it's going to be on the 29th. We do plan to have a special guest, so make sure you're in tune for that one. Other than that, Alex G, Ryan, you got anything for us?
Oh, let me shout out my boy Algorand. I just got 2 of his boring stones. Yeah, man.
Nice. Al, you got anything for us?
No shout outs, man. I appreciate y'all having me on.
Jake, let's see if Jake can connect real quick. Let's see if Jake, we got anything from Jake.
Hey, shout out to my boy Jerry Sampson. Yeah, Jerry.
Jake, can you hear us? We'll give Jake a quick second, see if we can get a quick show. All right, now, Ryan, take care. We'll see if we can get Jake in here for a second. And it might be because it's 4 people. We'll see what happens. But if not, folks, as always, make sure you smash that like and share. We'll be back on the 29th, that Friday night, to talk more crypto. Hey, Jake, turn up, man. We can't hear you tonight, unfortunately, but much appreciate you coming in, man. Definitely.